Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about something that has shaped not only my life, but the success of many others around the world: resilience. Resilience is not just about strength. It's about adaptability, learning, and persistence. Life is unpredictable, and the road to success is never easy. It's filled with obstacles, rejections, failures, and setbacks. But remember, every failure is not a defeat, it's a lesson. I have been rejected countless times in my life. You may know about the time I failed to get into college. But do you know how many times I was rejected when applying for jobs? At one point, I even failed to become a police officer. Do you think I gave up? No. I was rejected by many companies when I was trying to build Alibaba, and many people laughed at me. But I kept going. Why? Because failure is just a stepping stone. It's not the end, it's part of the journey. Each failure brings you one step closer to your goal. You learn from your mistakes and become stronger. And that's what resilience is about: getting back up every time you fall. The more times you fall, the stronger you become. You see, resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about persistence. The road to success is not about avoiding problems, it's about solving them. Don't expect success to come overnight. It's the small, consistent efforts, day after day, year after year, that lead to breakthroughs. In the beginning, no one believes in you, but keep going, because persistence creates the foundation for success. One of the most important things I learned is to believe in your vision. When we started Alibaba, people laughed at us. They said, "What are you doing? Why are you trying to create an online marketplace in China? It's not going to work." But we had a vision, and we believed in that vision even when nobody else did. Resilience is about having faith in your dreams, even when the whole world doubts you. But resilience is not just about individual effort. It's about teamwork. Success is not something you do alone. Surround yourself with people who support you, who believe in you, and who are willing to work with you through thick and thin. A strong team is the foundation of resilience. Together we are stronger. Together we can overcome anything. Lastly, let me tell you this: your attitude determines your altitude. When things get tough, how do you respond? Do you give up, or do you find the strength to keep going? Your attitude in the face of adversity will determine whether you rise above or fall behind. A positive attitude gives you the ability to find opportunities in every challenge. So remember, resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about having the courage to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws at you. It's about learning from every failure, persisting through every challenge, believing in your vision, building strong teams, and maintaining a positive attitude. The power of resilience is in your hands. Keep moving forward. And no matter how hard it gets, never give up. Failure is something we often try to avoid, something we fear deeply. Yet it is an essential part of the journey to success. Many people look at failure as a setback or a final verdict on their capabilities, but this perception couldn't be further from the truth. If we examine the stories of successful individuals, we see a common thread: failure was not a roadblock, but a stepping stone that led them to where they are today. The truth is, failure is not something to fear. It is something to embrace, because it teaches us lessons that success simply cannot. When you fail, you gain perspective. You learn what doesn't work, and more importantly, you learn about yourself. Every time I faced failure in my life, I discovered things about my character that I didn't know before. I learned about my own perseverance, my ability to adapt, and most crucially, I learned how to bounce back. We often think of failure as the opposite of success, but in reality, failure is an integral part of the process. It forces you to reassess, reevaluate, and refine your approach. The idea that you can just get it right the first time is an illusion. Failure is necessary because it brings clarity, and with clarity comes growth. Think about the very first time you learned to ride a bike. The process was undoubtedly difficult. You fell many times, bruised your knees and elbows, maybe even felt embarrassed in front of others. But did you stop? Did you think I failed, so I'll never try again? No, you got back on that bike. You kept trying because you knew that failure was simply part of the process. It wasn't a sign that you weren't capable. It was a sign that you needed more practice, more experience. Eventually, after falling over and over again, you succeeded. It was your resilience, your refusal to accept failure as final, that led you to success. And that same mindset is required for the bigger challenges life throws your way. Failure teaches you something far more valuable than success ever could. It teaches you resilience. When things don't go as planned, when your best efforts fall short, you face a decision. You can either give up or use the experience to fuel your next attempt. The best innovators, the best entrepreneurs, the best leaders have all faced failure. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He failed thousands of times before he finally succeeded in inventing the light bulb. And when asked about it, he didn't lament his failures, he embraced them. He said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. This shift in mindset is crucial. Edison didn't allow failure to define him. He allowed it to refine him. One of the biggest obstacles people face when confronted with failure is the fear of judgment. Society often links failure with incompetence or weakness, but the truth is that everyone fails. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to failure. The greatest companies in the world, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most influential leaders have all been rejected, knocked down, and ridiculed at some point in their careers. But they didn't let the fear of failure stop them. They used it as motivation to improve, to try again, to learn. The more you fail, the more you learn. Failure is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply a reflection of your willingness to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to learn from the experience. When you embrace failure as a stepping stone, you also learn the value of persistence. Persistence is often the secret ingredient to success. People who are successful are not necessarily the most talented or the most intelligent. They are the ones who refuse to give up, even when the odds were against them. Every time they faced failure, they came back stronger. When I started Alibaba, there were countless obstacles. We had no money, no resources, and almost no support. People told us it was impossible, that we would fail. And we did fail, many times. But instead of quitting, we learned from those failures. We adapted. We changed our approach. We kept going. And that is what led us to the success we have today. Failure, in essence, is a test of character. It challenges you to dig deep, to find your inner strength, to remain focused and determined when things aren't going your way. It teaches you to be humble, to understand that you are not invincible, and that you must always keep learning, improving, and evolving. But it also teaches you to be bold, to take risks, to push boundaries. Without failure, there would be no progress. Without failure, there would be no innovation. Without failure, there would be no success. So when failure comes knocking, don't see it as an obstacle. See it as an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to build resilience. It's an opportunity to become stronger and more determined. Each failure is a lesson in disguise, and each lesson brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. The most successful people are not those who have never failed, but those who have failed, learned from it, and continued on their journey. Remember, the road to success is paved with failures, and it is through embracing them that you will truly unlock the power of resilience. Persistence is often described as the ability to keep going, even when the path seems difficult or the outcome uncertain. It's a concept that is fundamental to success, yet it is often misunderstood. Many people equate persistence with stubbornness, thinking that it simply means doing the same thing over and over again with the same methods, expecting different results. But true persistence is not just about pushing forward without thinking. It's about being relentless in your efforts while being open to learning and adapting as you go. It's about knowing that setbacks are not signs to quit, but opportunities to learn, refine your approach, and grow stronger. When I look back on my own journey, persistence has been the single most important factor in all the success I've experienced. I failed many times, faced numerous challenges, and encountered what seemed like insurmountable obstacles. But each time I chose to continue. And this wasn't just about being stubborn. It was about having a belief in my vision, in the importance of what I was doing, and in the understanding that failure is just a stepping stone on the road to success. Many of the world's greatest innovations and achievements were born from persistent individuals who refused to quit, no matter how many times they stumbled. Persistence requires a deep understanding of the bigger picture. When we face setbacks, it's easy to become discouraged. In those moments, it's important to remember why we started in the first place. The goal should always remain clear. If the vision is strong enough, it will help you keep going, even in the face of difficulties. When I was starting Alibaba, I faced rejection after rejection, and people around me often doubted my ability to succeed. But I never let these doubts define me. I knew that the idea was good, and I believed that if I kept working at it, eventually it would pay off. This belief became my fuel. One of the most powerful aspects of persistence is that it's not only about continuing to push forward, but also about pushing forward with purpose. If you continue to do something without evaluating your progress or without changing your approach when necessary, persistence can become futile. Real persistence involves reflection, analysis, and adaptation. It means recognizing when something isn't working and taking the time to improve it while maintaining the same level of determination. This balance between perseverance and adaptability is what allows you to turn failure into progress and setbacks into learning opportunities. The journey to success is never linear. No one gets it right on the first try. If you look at the stories of the most successful entrepreneurs, inventors, and leaders, you'll see that they didn't succeed because they had a perfect plan or because they avoided mistakes. They succeeded because they were persistent enough to keep going despite their failures and flaws. Take Thomas Edison, for instance, who famously said that he didn't fail 1,000 times when trying to invent the light bulb, but rather found 1,000 ways that didn't work. This persistence in the face of repeated failure led to one of the most impactful inventions in human history. It wasn't the avoidance of failure, but rather the willingness to persist through failure that made all the difference. Persistence is also a form of self-discipline. It's about being able to maintain focus on the long-term goal, even when immediate results are not visible. In today's world, we are often distracted by short-term gratification, by the instant results that technology provides. But true success doesn't come from instant results, it comes from consistent effort over a long period of time. This is the kind of persistence that will ultimately pay off. It's about waking up each day with the mindset that today will bring you one step closer to your goal. It's the ability to keep going even when you don't see immediate rewards, knowing that every small action adds up to something much bigger in the end. An essential aspect of persistence is the ability to push through self-doubt and uncertainty. There will always be moments when you question whether it's worth it, when the weight of your failure starts to feel heavier than your dreams. But it's in these moments that persistence is most critical. It's about acknowledging the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty and moving forward despite them. In fact, doubt is often a sign that you're stretching your limits, that you're on the verge of growth. And it's in these moments that you need to persist the most, to push through the discomfort and keep moving forward. Persistence is not about having a flawless path. It's about recognizing that the road to success will be filled with obstacles, detours, and challenges. There will be times when everything seems to be going wrong. But those are the moments that test your character. They show you what you're made of. It's when everything is falling apart that you must decide whether to give up or keep going. And the decision to keep going, no matter how hard it gets, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. In the end, persistence is what turns dreams into reality. It's what transforms ideas into tangible results. But it's important to remember that persistence alone is not enough. It must be coupled with vision, hard work, learning, and adaptability. It's the combination of these factors, fueled by an unwavering belief in your purpose, that allows you to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. So when you face obstacles, when you hit roadblocks, remember that persistence is the key. Keep going, keep learning, keep adapting, and success will eventually be yours. Because it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise, and each time you rise, you grow stronger. That believing in your vision is the cornerstone of every great achievement. It's the driving force that keeps you going even when the road ahead is uncertain, when others doubt you, and when failure seems inevitable. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get lost, distracted, or discouraged. A vision gives you purpose. It offers direction in moments of uncertainty and fuels your passion in times of struggle. It's more than just a dream or a goal. It's the foundation on which everything is built. When I started Alibaba, there were countless challenges. People laughed at me. They told me it was impossible. They questioned my ability and my plans. At that time, the internet was still in its infancy in China, and no one could imagine the scale of the e-commerce revolution that would eventually change the world. But what kept me going through the rejection, the doubts, and the setbacks was my vision. I could see something that others couldn't. I knew that I was onto something that had the potential to change the way people did business, and I believed in the power of that vision. Belief in your vision is not about blind optimism. It's about having a deep conviction in the value of what you are working toward. It's about knowing without a shadow of doubt that the vision you are pursuing is worth every effort, every setback, every sacrifice. There will be times when things aren't going well. You may feel alone, and you may wonder if you're making the right choice. It's in these moments that the strength of your belief is tested. But it's also in these moments that your belief becomes your greatest asset. When you believe in your vision, you develop an internal resilience that helps you face any obstacle. People who don't believe in their vision often give up at the first sign of difficulty. They're easily swayed by the opinions of others or discouraged by early failures. But when you have a strong belief in what you are trying to achieve, you can push through the hardest times. Your belief gives you the courage to stand firm when the world tells you to back down, and it keeps you moving forward when it feels like nothing is working. It's your belief that acts as the anchor, grounding you when the storm of doubt threatens to blow you off course. Believing in your vision is not just about thinking positively or hoping things will work out. It's about taking consistent, meaningful actions that align with that vision. It's about working towards something every single day, even when it feels like progress is slow. You don't have to have all the answers, but as long as you stay focused on your vision, you will continue to make progress. The journey might not always be straight, and there may be bumps along the way, but with belief in your vision, you know that every challenge is part of the process. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about believing that the vision is strong enough to overcome them. There is a common misconception that success is instant or that it comes from one big breakthrough. But in reality, success is often a long journey that requires dedication, perseverance, and most importantly, a belief in your vision. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of hard work, learning from mistakes, and staying true to your purpose. If you don't believe in your vision, you will likely quit too early, before the fruits of your labor have had the chance to ripen. But if you have faith in your vision, you will keep pushing forward even when the end goal seems far off. It's also important to understand that your belief in your vision will attract others who share that belief. The people you surround yourself with will be influenced by the strength of your conviction. When you truly believe in what you are doing, others will begin to believe in it too. This belief becomes contagious, and soon you will find yourself surrounded by a team of people who share your passion, your purpose, and your commitment. A strong vision not only drives you forward but also inspires others to join you on your journey. In turn, this collective belief strengthens your resolve and makes the pursuit of your vision even more powerful. But believing in your vision doesn't mean ignoring reality or refusing to adapt. Your vision may need to be adjusted over time as you encounter new information or as circumstances change. This doesn't mean that the core of your vision was wrong, it simply means that you are learning, evolving, and improving. The ability to adapt while staying true to your vision is what makes a dream a reality. In fact, some of the most successful people in history have had to pivot, refine, or redefine their vision along the way, but as long as you remain true to the essence of what you believe in, you will continue to move towards success. It's also important to recognize that believing in your vision is not about having a guaranteed outcome. There will be no certainty in the journey. You cannot control every variable, and you cannot predict every setback. But what you can control is your belief. Even in the face of failure, you can choose to believe in your vision and use every setback as an opportunity to learn and grow. Every failure along the way is not a reason to abandon your vision, but a lesson to refine it. The ability to see failure as part of the process rather than an end point is a key component of believing in your vision. Belief in your vision is ultimately what makes everything else fall into place. It's the foundation on which everything you do is built. When you believe in your vision, you begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You start to view challenges as chances to grow and setbacks as moments of learning. This mindset transforms how you approach life. You no longer see obstacles as threats, but as stepping stones on your path to success. In the end, believing in your vision is not just about achieving a goal, it's about believing in your potential, in your ability to create something meaningful, and in your capacity to impact the world around you. It's about knowing that the journey is worth it, no matter how difficult it gets. It's about having the faith to continue, even when the world tells you to stop. And most importantly, it's about never losing sight of what you're working toward, no matter how long the road may seem. Adapting to change is one of the most crucial skills needed to succeed in today's world. Change is inevitable, yet it is often met with resistance, fear, and uncertainty. Many people cling to the comfort of the familiar, fearing that change will disrupt their lives or undermine their efforts. But the truth is, the ability to adapt is what ultimately determines success. Those who resist change often find themselves left behind, while those who embrace it open the door to new opportunities, growth, and transformation. Adapting to change is not about simply reacting to external circumstances, it's about proactively adjusting your mindset, strategies, and actions to thrive in an ever-evolving environment. I have learned firsthand that adaptation is not a sign of weakness or uncertainty. It's a sign of strength and resilience. When I started Alibaba, the internet was still a new concept in China, and many people doubted the feasibility of an online business model. I faced immense challenges. At times, the obstacles seemed insurmountable. But what kept me moving forward was my willingness to adapt. I didn't cling to a rigid idea of success or insist that the world should bend to my plans. Instead, I understood that the key to survival and growth lay in the ability to adjust and evolve. I had to learn new things, adopt new technologies, and be open to changing my approach, all while remaining focused on the ultimate vision of what I wanted to achieve. Adapting to change requires a mindset that embraces uncertainty and sees it as an opportunity rather than a threat. In life and business, nothing stays the same for long. Trends shift, technology advances, consumer preferences evolve, and external circumstances change. If you are not willing to adapt, you will find yourself quickly outpaced by those who are more agile and flexible. The world is moving at an accelerating pace, and those who can anticipate and respond to change with agility are the ones who will thrive. Instead of resisting change, embrace it as a natural and inevitable part of the journey. The more you are able to adjust to the changing landscape around you, the more you will be equipped to seize opportunities that others might miss. Adaptation is also about learning. When things change, you often need to acquire new skills, knowledge, and tools to keep up. For example, as technology evolves, so too must our ability to use it effectively. In my journey, I had to learn about the internet, e-commerce, and digital marketing when I first started Alibaba. I wasn't an expert in these fields, but I knew that in order to succeed, I had to adapt and acquire the necessary skills. This learning process is ongoing because the world around us never stops changing. If you want to stay relevant and continue to grow, you must commit to lifelong learning. Every change presents a chance to enhance your understanding and improve your capabilities. By being open to new ideas, new methods, and new knowledge, you can continue to evolve and adapt to any situation. The ability to adapt is also deeply tied to resilience. Life often doesn't go as planned. You will face failures, challenges, and unexpected shifts in circumstances. But those who succeed are not those who never encounter failure. They are those who can adapt and keep going despite it. Resilience is the capacity to bounce back from adversity. But it's not just about surviving difficulties, it's about thriving in the face of them. Adapting to change allows you to take control of your situation, adjust your strategy, and move forward with renewed strength. When you adapt to the challenges in your path, you take away their power to hold you back. Instead of feeling defeated, you start to see every obstacle as a learning experience that propels you toward greater success. One of the most important aspects of adaptation is the ability to detach from old ideas and paradigms. Often people are unwilling to change because they are attached to the way things have always been done. They fear that adopting new methods will mean letting go of what has worked in the past. However, clinging to outdated ways of thinking can prevent you from making the necessary changes to succeed in the present and future. Adaptation means letting go of the comfort of the past and stepping into the uncertainty of the future with the confidence that change will bring new opportunities. It's about being flexible and willing to challenge your assumptions, explore new possibilities, and experiment with new approaches. This is what allows you to grow, both personally and professionally. Adapting to change also requires a certain level of humility. You need to recognize that no matter how successful or experienced you are, there is always more to learn. The world is bigger than our own knowledge and experiences. By remaining humble and open to the idea that things can be done differently or better, you open yourself up to growth. Sometimes adapting means asking for help, seeking out advice, or learning from those who have more experience in a particular area. No one can do everything alone, and by adapting your mindset to be open to collaboration and learning from others, you can leverage the collective wisdom around you. At times, change can be uncomfortable or even frightening. The fear of the unknown is a natural human response. But it's important to remember that growth rarely comes from staying in your comfort zone. Change pushes you to expand your limits, take risks, and challenge yourself in ways that you wouldn't if you were staying the course. The discomfort you feel when adapting to new circumstances is often the sign that you are growing. It's the discomfort of stretching beyond what you thought was possible and discovering new strengths within yourself. Those who avoid change are often the ones who miss out on the greatest opportunities for growth and success. Ultimately, adapting to change is a choice. You can either resist change and allow it to create obstacles in your path, or you can choose to embrace it and use it as a tool for growth and innovation. It's about developing the resilience and flexibility to adjust to the ever-changing world around you. The ability to adapt is what allows you to survive and thrive in a world that is always in flux. Change is not something to fear, but something to be embraced. It's the driving force behind progress, and those who learn to adapt are the ones who will succeed in the long run. By adapting to change, you unlock the potential for growth, learning, and transformation no matter what. Challenges lie ahead. The power of teamwork is an essential force behind every successful venture, every great achievement, and every major breakthrough. While individual talent and personal ambition can take you far, it is only through collaboration, cooperation, and the collective effort of a team that the most impactful results are realized. Success is rarely the result of one person's effort alone. It is the product of a group of individuals, each contributing their unique strengths, ideas, and energy, working together toward a common goal. The power of teamwork lies in its ability to combine the skills, creativity, and knowledge of many, turning what would be impossible for one person into something achievable for a group. When I think about my journey with Alibaba, I often reflect on the role that teamwork has played in our success. In the early days, it wasn't just my ideas or vision that propelled the company forward. It was the collective effort of a team of passionate, committed people who shared the same belief in what we were building. In fact, many of the most important decisions I made in the early days were made not alone, but with the input and collaboration of those around me. Each team member brought something different to the table, and that diversity of thought, experience, and expertise was a powerful force. The work that we were doing was too big, too complex, and too ambitious for any one person to carry alone. It was through our combined effort that we were able to face challenges, overcome obstacles, and achieve something far greater than what we could have achieved individually. Teamwork allowed us to turn our dreams into reality. One of the greatest strengths of a team is its ability to leverage diverse perspectives. No two people see the world in the same way, and when you bring together individuals with different backgrounds, experiences, and viewpoints, you create an environment that fosters creativity, innovation, and problem solving. The beauty of teamwork is that it allows for the integration of these diverse perspectives, giving rise to ideas and solutions that no single person could have conceived. Whether it's approaching a business challenge from multiple angles, brainstorming ideas for innovation, or simply finding a solution to a problem, the synergy created by a group of people with varied expertise is immeasurable. When people come together with a shared purpose, the outcome is often greater than the sum of its parts. A positive attitude is one of the most powerful tools you can possess in life. It shapes how you perceive the world, how you respond to challenges, and how you interact with others. A positive attitude is not just about looking on the bright side of things, nor is it about wearing a constant smile no matter what. It is a mindset that influences everything you do. It is the ability to remain optimistic, to find solutions even in the face of adversity, and to approach life's challenges with confidence and resilience. A positive attitude can turn obstacles into opportunities, transform failure into lessons, and fuel the determination to keep going even when the odds are against you. From my own experiences, I've seen how crucial attitude is in the journey to success. When I started Alibaba, the odds were stacked against me. The internet was still in its infancy in China, and the concept of online business was met with skepticism. There were countless roadblocks, from financial struggles to fierce competition, and many people told me that I would fail. Yet, throughout those early years, I remained focused on maintaining a positive attitude. I didn't let the negative opinions of others or the difficulties we faced define our future. Instead, I used them as fuel to push forward, believing that no matter how hard the road was, we could find a way to overcome the challenges. It was this mindset that helped me navigate those tough years, and eventually, we succeeded in building a global company that was transformative for millions of people. A positive attitude has the power to transform your perspective. Life is full of ups and downs, and no one is immune to setbacks, failures, or disappointments. But it's not the setbacks that define us, it's how we respond to them. A positive attitude helps us see setbacks not as the end of the road, but as a learning experience and a stepping stone to success. For example, when things didn't go as planned in the early stages of Alibaba, instead of dwelling on failure, I chose to focus on the lessons we could learn from it. Every mistake was an opportunity to grow and improve. Rather than looking at problems as insurmountable obstacles, a positive attitude allows us to see them as challenges to overcome, as opportunities to innovate, and as chances to learn. This mindset shifts the way you approach life and opens you up to solutions you might not have seen before. The key is not to let negativity cloud your judgment and prevent you from recognizing the potential in every situation. Furthermore, a positive attitude influences how we interact with others. It creates a ripple effect that spreads through our relationships, our work, and even our communities. When you maintain a positive outlook, you attract others who share that energy. People are naturally drawn to positivity because it lifts them up and encourages them to be their best. A positive attitude fosters collaboration, trust, and cooperation as it creates an environment where people feel supported and empowered. On the other hand, negativity breeds suspicion, fear, and distrust. If you approach challenges and people with a negative attitude, you not only limit your own growth but also stifle the potential of those around you. When you radiate positivity, you inspire others to approach their work and their lives with the same sense of optimism and hope. This collective positive energy is a powerful force that propels teams, organizations, and communities toward greater success. A positive attitude is also essential for resilience. Life is unpredictable, and no one can avoid adversity. But how we respond to adversity makes all the difference. A positive attitude is not about ignoring the difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the challenges and choosing to respond with hope, determination, and optimism. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after facing setbacks, and a positive attitude is at the heart of that resilience. When you maintain a positive mindset, you're better equipped to cope with failure, loss, and disappointment. You understand that these setbacks are temporary and that they don't define you. Instead of being defeated, you embrace the challenge, keep going, and use the experience to grow stronger. A positive attitude helps you persevere, even when it feels like giving up would be the easier option. It's the difference between giving up in the face of adversity and pushing forward toward your goals, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Another significant impact of a positive attitude is its ability to reduce stress. Life is filled with stresses, work pressures, personal challenges, and uncertainties about the future. A negative attitude can make these stressors feel even more overwhelming, while a positive attitude helps you approach them with a sense of calm and control. When you see problems as opportunities rather than threats, you naturally feel less stressed and more in control of the situation. A positive mindset enables you to approach difficulties with a solution-focused approach rather than getting bogged down by negative emotions. You're able to manage your reactions more effectively and maintain your focus, which not only helps reduce stress but also improves your overall well-being. A positive attitude creates a mental space where you can breathe, think clearly, and act decisively even under pressure. In addition to reducing stress, a positive attitude enhances your physical health. Numerous studies have shown that a positive outlook is linked to better physical health outcomes. Positive individuals tend to have lower levels of stress, reduced risk of chronic illnesses, and better immune function. This is because a positive attitude helps reduce the harmful effects of stress on the body, such as high blood pressure, inflammation, and weakened immune response. By choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life and approaching challenges with an optimistic mindset, you are not only protecting your mental health but also improving your physical well-being. A positive attitude also fuels perseverance. Achieving anything of significance requires time, effort, and persistence. When the journey gets tough, a positive attitude is what keeps you going. It is easy to give up when things aren't going well, but maintaining a positive attitude allows you to keep your eyes on the prize, no matter how far away it may seem. In the face of adversity, positivity keeps you motivated, reminding you of why you started in the first place. It allows you to push through the difficult moments and keep moving forward, even when the finish line feels out of reach. Ultimately, the importance of a positive attitude cannot be overstated. It shapes the way we experience the world and impacts every aspect of our lives. It influences how we perceive challenges, how we engage with others, and how we overcome adversity. A positive attitude helps us stay resilient, reduces stress, improves our physical health, and fosters an environment of collaboration and growth. It empowers us to navigate life's challenges with confidence and determination. In the end, the power of a positive attitude lies in its ability to transform our experiences, turn obstacles into opportunities, and bring out the best in ourselves and those around us.